Hello and welcome to another update on the game. So today I have Joaquin with me, our senior visual development person. How do you say that? Like our
Artist.
our main artist. We will go through the province map, how it's coming to place, and what are the next steps. Because we always show the work in progress. So this time we will show you what we have at the moment and how we will improve it in the future. So Joaquin, always a pleasure to have you here. Let me actually pull up the slides that we have over here. So you guys always work in Miro. We had that also in the last AMA where you coordinate and put all your comments and everything. And I think that's a great way on showing this stuff. So could you give us an insight on how the province map will develop over time and where we are at the moment?
Okay, so let me go on this kind of journey together. Before we decide how we want to approach province map, we just try to find out what would be the best solution just to highlight the province where the players can build up their their towns and they can just run and create battles for the units and things like that. So after, well, here we decide that probably the surroundings were too busy for main focus the play on the province and what's inside, and we come up with the idea of having kind of an old parchment map that occupies the surroundings of the province that we're going to be focused on. So this is basically a concept of this. So we see our province there from kind of a satellite point of view, but after we create a close-up so that the way that we understand that we are in the province, we can as well understand how is the proportions of the trees, as well
Mm,
the towns like here you can see, or as well it could be uh, here, for example, you have a new town that's going to be created here. So basically, we create this kind of iconographic circle that somebody can just build that out here. We did it pretty neutral, so there's doesn't have any a really specification about what kind of faction is going to populate this area here. So it's very neutral. Could be Turkish, could be Crusaders. We don't know. So there's no color coding here. But as well, we try just to implement those features with our heroes, our units that are going to be around that map. So
mm. Those are the
basically,
invaders then later you can fight in the game. I love
exactly.
those. Yeah.
Yeah. The purpose here is that it corresponds with a little bit of reality, the size of those units, but as well we have Turkish on one side. We have as well Crusaders.
Mm,
So we create as well for the map kind of a compass as well. A kind of tiling system with different forests, range of mountains, more according to the landscape that we are going to use. But that's not it. We're going to push the things even further because we like to explore, and as well we like to be sure that we create the best environment for our game, and it doesn't. We don't hesitate on changing things for the benefit of the look of that game. For example, here we've created some biomes, mountains that can be used in the hex we're gonna be placing in our province map. So you have different heights with snow, without snow. You have these, for example, that is a range of mountains that goes this area here and that one here, and as well what happens when we just both of them we combine them and we have them here without snow, with snow, and after we have the good range that we're going to place and see if these work. The good thing is that we're creating those biomes on 3D, so
mm,
in any case we can always rotate them and would look different, and that would dress up very well our province map. Here is something that's been very good. It's just trying to push a thing further. Here we saw in the previous illustration a group of hex tile. Now we're exploring as well what happens if we cluster 4 hex tiles here, and we place just in the middle a big mountain, and we'll
Mm.
see how this could fit into our environment. This is just a big mountain here, but we are thinking as well, why if we have big mountains, but as well in the intersections of those mountains, like here, we could even place a town. Okay, this is something that we're still exploring that, but visually is going to be creating already an impact. So after designing, painting those hex mountains, we place them in our map, and we'll see in terms of scaling if it
Mm.
match or not. This is still placeholder, so nothing is definitive, because when we'll present the game, it's going to be something that we are really comfortable with, that we agree that is the best way that we can approach that. Taking always notes that the developers can take, or the artists as well, create a palette that we match the colors that we're going to see, and so on and so forth. Here, for example, you have attach the big mountain here, will as well synchronize those mountains surrounding here according to the colors that we've decided in the palette here. So is a bank of exploration all the time.
I think I need to speak with the developers to see how they actually put it in the actual province map. So how they, like, I always expect you guys draw something, then they drag and
Mhm.
drop it and put it in the 3D thing.
Right.
I have no clue how this works. I think I need to get my hands on those guys to figure out how you guys are going to do that.
Yeah, that obliges as well to work very close artists and as well developers, because it's kind of understanding. It's like you have a code and you have a hanger. A code by
Mm.
itself, it doesn't work. It needs a hanger, but the hanger without the code, it doesn't mean anything. So we need just to sync all together in such a way that we make the best product ever, right? We are making decisions about, for example, how sometimes to isolate some forests, how sometimes to group them all here, how we can see, for example, the different valleys that you see here, the
Mm.
relief of our country, if this doesn't interfere too much in the creation of our towns or not, and we can scale up or scale down according to the real needs that doesn't interfere in the gameplay. Once
Mm.
we test all these, is say, okay, this is set it on stone. We're gonna go forward with that and do it best as possible.
Mm. And the terrain will be based on the actual, not 100% most likely, but when I have an area more in the mountain area, I will have more mountains on my province, and if
Yeah,
I'm more in a, like,
right.
like
We don't want to play just with one area that is repetitive and even, right? We need
mm,
as well, as we see on the from the world map, that we can situate the different provinces in Turkey and all over other places as well. And obviously, every province should be modifying the color palette according to, if they are high in the mountains, we'll see this range of colors that really match with this part of the landscape. If we go too much forest things, tundra things, we'll see that. If we want to place or cities with their buildings and in a some more arid desert oasis look, we can do that as well. That's why you see, for example, up here, right? You see the range of the palette that it now is participating here, but these we can change them at any time, so that way we can modify our landscape. Some of the tiles that you see here, just by modifying the palette, could give a totally different impression and totally different atmosphere. The thing
mm,
is, like, when we place the units, we place our cities, and we play the game, we really believe that that is something that as well the mood that we want to bring into the game to make it more believable.
mm. Yeah, I actually have to check where my land is located. I still haven't figured it out 100% to see if I would have a more rocky terrain or more. Yeah, I need to get one down the south as well. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
know.
can travel that way, and the players as well. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
The good thing that we are planning, I think this is just awesome, is that we'll create NFTs that the players can get, and when they get them, at one moment, at one time, they can see what they possess, what they own once in the game, so they can see it there. That is okay. This is mine. They can say okay, and after they can play the game with this kind of interaction theme. And I think is something really, really new in the in the in our game of NFTs and blockchain system. This
Yeah.
something really is we want to hit the nail on that.
Yeah, can't wait to see people on my province, then building their towns and progressing, and then we fight invaders, and yeah, that's actually really nice, and I like how you guys always improve the stuff over every week. You see something new, and that's actually for the community. So if the community, to you guys, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I will always get back to the team and try to put all of them
Yeah.
together.
And the community is listened as well. When we have feedback from them that say, okay, this like, or I would like to have this, then we listen to them and we try
Uh,
just to convey that okay, we have a direction on going that, but as well our players would like to have that. So let's participate. So it's not just a game that we are doing the ones that we are working together here to make it possible, but as well the community is participating as well on building up that game. And I think it's something very important.
hmm. Yeah. Thanks, Joaquin. Always a pleasure. I will for sure bother you when we talk about further about the Kayi town, which we will show soon as well on our socials.
Bother
Uh,
me anytime.
Yeah, always love to. Yeah, so thanks for the guys in the community. Leave a comment below if you want to know anything, also maybe regarding Joaquin. And yeah, then see you on the next AMA. And always a pleasure to talk to you.
Great then.
All right, bye bye.
Bye bye.